In the early 20th century, there was an old saying, "Remember the Maine, to hell with Spain." During this one period, there was one man who was trying to make the United States an empire. Theodore Roosevelt was a man who had the ideals that the United States needed to become an empire and a world superpower. And one way of doing that was seizing colonies. And when the United States Maine blew up, Theodore Roosevelt thought it was a prime time to take advantage of this situation and attack Spain. To this day, it is still controversial whether the Spanish Main was actually blown up by Spaniards or if it was actually done by a faulty oil pipe. With the United States' powerful navy, it was sort of a cakewalk. But in the end, we picked up a few colonies, and we also strengthened our economy using these new colonies. But what exactly did we accomplish? All we really accomplished in the long run is end up in a war with the Philippines, and end up in more wars with the Spanish colonies. And not only that, but we also kind of screwed ourselves over for having to pay for damages within these colonies as well. So there's always a good or bad side. As for the time period, it was good for the time, but not for the future. In my personal opinion, it sort of looks like the Spanish Main was just taking advantage of an accident. I mean, it doesn't really seem like the Spanish Armada did blow up the Main, but, that's still controversial and still up to arms for discussion. But America just doesn't seem to be built on imperialism. It wasn't built on democracy. And the imperialistic ways really screwed us over in the long run, because at first it was all fine and dandy. Because, we were all cool and friends, and Cuba was with us. But then, we were an imperial power, and we were controlling governments. We weren't controlling them too well. And, we had gotten that war with the Philippines once again. It just didn't really seem to work out for everyone in the end. And it kind of ruined a lot of relationships. So, I have to say that maybe we shouldn't have attacked the Spanish, or we should have, turned some colonies into colonies. But that's all I got to say. Samuel out.